Yo, what's going on, man? You know what it is, man. Free game all day. Like, subscribe my channel. You know what I'm saying? It's early in the morning, man. You know, God bless me with another opportunity. I'm taking advantage of it. Hopefully this right here lasts a lifetime, man. You know, while I'm up. Hell of an opportunity, man. So, you know, it is what it is. So, but that's why I'm making this video. Let y'all know what's going on. So, let's say you done dealt with a narc and you can't trust nobody no more. It's always hard to trust people, like after the whole initial thing, when you're dealing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard. Like, it's hard to open up. It's hard to kind of get them your all, be all in it. So there's a certain way that you got to go about really handling this, doing this. Make sure I got my ID on me. I'll make sure I got it on me. There's a certain way you got to handle this. Like, hold on. I'm sorry about that. You can't like make everybody pay for what the narc did to you. And I think that's what the mindset a lot of us get after a situation like that. They want to make the narc pay of what they did to you, but it ain't their fault though. So you can come across a really good person, somebody that have good intent for you, and because you're not ready at that time, and you haven't accepted or use a thought process that's healthy, then you prevent yourself from actually bonding with somebody who's good for you. You ever notice why some people, they don't have a problem with moving on? Or if they do move on, it's like, it be like it's kind of quick. That's because, and then they say, like, if you're not, like, slobbing and upset. I mean, disappointment, I mean, that's a good, I mean, that's not good, but I mean, that is a normal mindset to have when, you coming out of something, you put your all in. It's normal to be disappointed. It's normal to be upset. But overall, though, just think about it. Like, those people have a mind of abundance. And having a mind of abundance really goes a long way. I mean, you're not allowing things to stop you from venturing out, stop you from moving forward. You're optimistic about, life. You're optimistic about the things you can do. So you're not allowing the situation to dictate your actions. And that's good. But, it's just hard for some people to open up, and I'm telling the truth. Like, I'm one of those people. It's hard. It's not easy. You do have difficulties, like, trying to, like, open up and do this. So this is the concept that I've literally, and the reason why I'm even talking about this is because I had a conversation with somebody last night, and that was something that was brought up about trust. Like, if a person hasn't, like, shown you any reason not to trust them, why would you trust them? I mean, why wouldn't you trust them? It's like this. When someone is going out their way to show you, to prove to you that they want to be with you, that they want you, that they giving you everything, their time, their energy, like their money, finances, they doing all of this to prove to you that they want to be with you. Like, at the end of the day, if they haven't given you a reason not to trust them, then why wouldn't you trust them? I mean, I've heard stories where women go and they look up background checks on niggas, and I guess people try to find out their history or whatever going on, and then they want to judge them, off that. But you don't never know what that person's intent is for you. Because that person had a different intent for someone else doesn't mean that they got the same intent for you. I want y'all to understand that. Like, just because you meet someone and they might have been in something that was bad, something could have really happened or changed or altered that person. Just like some good people turn bad, some bad people turn good. So something could have possibly happened to where now they learn from their mistakes, or they learn from, you know, the things they went through, and they're ready to start. They're ready to have a fresh new start. Why do you think some people move from one city to another? Because they want a fresh new start in life. You know, they want a new surrounding. They want to, you know, do something different. Like, if they wanted to be in the same shit, they would have stayed in the same shit. They stayed in the same place. That's why I don't understand why people say, like, and it does change with you, because you could bring the same mindset to, you know, somewhere else. But anyway, so it's like this. In order for you to have a healthy relationship with anybody, you have to be able to trust the person from the start. If you trust them from the start, and I'm not saying you just go and trust anybody. What I'm saying is you trust somebody who has shown you that they want to be in their life, and you want to be in their life too. If a person have shown you that, if they like telling you that this is something that they're communicating with you, now if they ain't saying nothing like that to you, if they ain't talking to you about being together, about dealing with each other, and they ain't saying nothing like that, then I wouldn't do it. You know, and most of the time, it's like this. I'll use this scenario. You got two people who, they might have a friends with benefits relationship, right? Why would you trust that person? Why would you think when they out or whatever they doing, they not getting numbers or they not doing anything else? That person hasn't told you anything that's as far as a commitment. They ain't told you nothing. Why would you trust that person? It makes no sense to trust that person. It's better for you to trust a person who is telling you and showing you this. But if they do show you something that is not, that's not worthy of trusting them, then that knocks off. So I always start off with 100%, right? And then the longer you're dealing with a person, the more they'll show you. So let's say I start off at 100%. And let's say, like, for example, like, they do something that's questionable. And it might go to 80%. And we still dealing with each other, and then let's say, like, if something else happens, and it should knock that down to 50%. See, so at that point, when it's at 50%, I know better that I can't trust this person like that. So that means that you have to alter or change the relationship that you have with them. You can't maintain the same relationship with them because you can't trust that person. And that's how that works. You know what I'm saying? Because they basically have shown you that you can't trust them. Now, if you're dealing with somebody and they consistently telling you, or they're showing you, let's say, like, they do one thing and then it knocks down to 85%, but then they don't do it no more. They don't do it no more, and the relationship is actually fine between me and that person. At that point, I can only trust them only from where they are. And then guess what? Our relationship will be strong because they showed me that I can trust them. So some people had a mentality when they first meet somebody, they just off the bat, don't trust them. I don't trust. You gotta prove to me. But guess what? You'll be doing that forever. You will be forever doing that. You will be forever trying to prove to them. Because nothing will never be good enough. So when you come across people like that, I'm not saying you're wasting your time, but you are wasting some kind of energy because you're trying to satisfy a person that will never be satisfied. So you just have to keep that in mind, like, when you're dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people will never ever get over the fact of what their ex did, or what their ex-husband did, or what their girlfriend or ex-wife did, how she fucked around. You know what I'm saying? Some people will never get over that. it's just gonna always be like, you don't know what I've been through, but after a while you gotta let that stuff go. And you gotta move forward. So at the end of the day, like I said before, you meet somebody who's showing you, who's telling you, who's trying to, have a future with you, and they haven't gave you a reason not to trust them, give them a chance. Don't sit back and hold this shit against them, and don't sabotage the situation like, creating this little scenario. I call it having staff meetings. Don't have these little staff meetings in your head. It's a whole bunch of you sitting around a table discussing shit, only you. You have no other objective, and you just creating the story, and then you come out the story and you're like, oh, okay, this person's guilty, but you don't have no evidence, you don't have no proof. I mean, it's nothing but an assumption, and then your assumption is wrong. Then think about how you make that person feel if you come in there letting them know how you don't trust them. It's toxic. So at the end of the day, if you meet somebody, and like I said, coming out of narcissistic abuse, some people just had that problem, but coming out of narcissistic abuse, a lot of us really have had that issue and that problem with doing that. So that's it. I just want to run that by y'all, man. Y'all be easy, man. Hope y'all have a good day. And remember, man, keep faith. Never give up. Stay on your purpose, because all you got is you. You know what I'm saying? Remember that, man. Y'all be easy.